The letter writing campaign against Games Workshop is having a huge effect, as we've seen. They are running scared. They've already suspended Tom Mendelsohn, but there's more that needs to be done. There is a leftist extremism that runs deep within the company. And of course, it is festering with people like Mike Brooks writing for the Black Library and more. And of course, within the influencer community, as we've mentioned before, with Cerberus XT, a nut job, and of course, Kaya Nornqueen, who are people who harass normal conservatives and the like out of the hobby and have caused massive, massive problems where people don't even want to play Warhammer 40K anymore because they don't want to deal with those people. This is what they've courted over the last few years. When they push things like the female Adeptus Custodes and the like, Games Workshop has signaled that they're with these people and they're against you, the normal player, the normal reader. Now, there is a huge backlash happening, and beyond simply this sort of thing going on where Tom Mendelsohn has now been removed, we now have a full game store saying, not going to bother carrying this stuff anymore. I'm done with this. And that's a huge, huge thing for a game store if you don't know. This is something that we've been seeing more and more often. Most of the time when game stores do this, it's over the price increases, it's over the Games Workshop bad customer service that they have, which is a whole nother issue on the level. But they are related, because when you have this kind of leftism into things, you don't have good customer service. You don't have people who care about business, who care about players, etc. This is just the end result as it all goes along, because when these sort of extremisms take root, it's always just about the clout system that goes along with it, and that's what's of course permeated through Games Workshop. So let's get into what this game store is doing. Please hit the like and subscribe button. My name's John Delarose. I am a science fiction and fantasy writer myself, and I would love for you to check out my Justified Saga, the Nano Templar. If you like space crusading, if you like a lot of action, this is going to be something for you. I think it's enjoyable stuff for people who like Warhammer 40K or for Star Wars, for example. It's in the description below. It's a trilogy. It's, of course, on ebook, print, and audio to make it easy for you to check out. And thank you guys for continuing to purchase this and, of course, making my career here. It's very important to me, of course, that I appeal to the readers like you, and thank you so much. Again, it's in the description below. Sign up, grab this, and it's on Amazon. Thanks. All right, so as this controversy's gone crazier, Tom Mendelsohn, community manager and editor, posted that he didn't give a single shit. He's a fascist cunt carrying enormous amounts of water for a side that has no compunctions, committing structural and systematic political violence against the working class and people of Gaza. And of course, this is about the death of Charlie Kirk. I don't know what Charlie Kirk had to do with Gaza whatsoever. He didn't actually approve of what Israel was doing there, especially in the last few months. Probably shouldn't have, had your guy go shoot him. Left wing. That was not smart. So now you've got the whole half the country pretty upset because, of course, people like this have been ghouls for a long, long time. They've, of course, been doing terrible things for a long, long time. And of course, this is very, very bad within science fiction, fantasy, wargaming communities, not just Warhammer 40K, but also BattleTech has a lot of problems with this kind of thing. Also, the tabletop RPG and board game industry, just all the way across the board, has problems with this type of thing where, of course, normal people don't want to be around this, and so they don't buy the products and, of course, don't participate anymore, and it just ruins the entire gaming culture. That's where it's been at for a long, long time. Now, as mentioned yesterday, there was a Games Workshop message to somebody who was writing, and part of the letter writing campaign started earlier this week about this, where we saw that they are now suspending him. Tom has been suspended while we work further to address this matter in line with our internal policies and legal duties, is what Games Workshop said. But it doesn't just stop there, because they are actually losing customers in the process of this situation. And this is what a game store owner posted, the watcher on the web right here, said, attention, I just spoke with Games Workshop for my store's weekly call. I am the store owner. I made it clear that while I'm not making a decision as to whether or not to sever my store's relationship with the company at this time, I would not be making any orders or business decisions with them till I saw that the company did to discipline the employees who were actively celebrating the death of Charlie Kirk for having opinions shared by me, one of their store owners, and a significant portion of my customer base who buys their product. This is very impactful. This might have been a large reason why he got suspended, because when store owners actually step up like this, and I would love, if you're a comic book store owner out there, just tell Marvel and DC, there's so many people who are supporting this nonsense at that company that you can't support that product. I mean, take the stand. We need to affect change at these companies, and you're the front lines of the people who actually matter to them, who can actually make a huge difference really fast. There's not that many game shops. There's not that many comic book stores at this point. It really is something where it's like, there's maybe 500, 600 shops in all of America that actually carry full lines of comic books at this point. If 10% of them backed off, it would wreck all of their bottom lines pretty quickly. We have the power here. We really do. Very interesting on this level. And watching this is, like I said, this is a pretty brave game shop owner, because Warhammer 40K products are the type of thing that really are very profitable for a game shop. And a game shop, of course, can make a lot of money off of this and maybe even have their entire business based upon what's going on here. So that actually is a big step that, is a brave one at that level. So he says, thank you, Archcast, for bringing this matter to my attention. And he said, I canceled my store's White Dwarf while I was at it. That's a magazine. Not like I've ever sold a single copy since ordering the damn thing. White Dwarf is, of course, a magazine that was promoting Cerberus XT, and, of course, his strange, transgender space marines that he was painting and the like. And because of that, of course, gamers don't want that kind of thing. And, of course, these magazines are kind of an old, dated thing as it is. It's ridiculous, and they don't give the content that people like. He said, I should add, I don't expect this to be a popular move because, one, most of the store owners I know and was friends with are scumbag leftists. This is unfortunately the case. Two, the company is full of scumbag leftists. And three, if people are mad about this, they probably aren't I'm ready to cut my main supplier mad like me. Yeah, big deal. And their main supplier is a big deal. He says, I think we will lean into World of Tanks or something like that, which is a fun game. And we can bring people with us. Also, 3D printed games and anything new we could find. Likely also dropping Wizards of the Coast products. Now, this is a huge one. Wizards of the Coast is very, very bad in this regard, and most stores really do rely on Magic the Gathering sales because people buy those packs like crack in stores. I haven't found employees' tweets about it yet, but it's not a question of if they exist, it's about how many and how bad. Yeah, those people over there are the worst, and he knows it. So very interesting. Many have asked, so I will relate the call in exact details as best I can while omitting names, since this is what he said. Hey, Watcher, it's me, Games Workshop Rep. How's it going? Hey, Games Workshop Rep. I'm not going to lie to you. This is going to be a different call than we've ever had. Oh, what's up? I'm not making a decision today as to whether or not to cut business with Games Workshop as a company, but I will stop at all orders at this point, and I will be watching very closely to see what the company does to the employees high up in your company who are celebrating the assassination of a man expressing views by myself and about 80% of my player base. I completely understand. Hang up. So pretty quick thing, pretty quick weekly check-in call, and he's not actually buying anything. And that's a big change right there. That's thousands of dollars out of Games Workshop hands in this sort of deal. So somebody actually gave some alternative game suggestions, which is great because we do need this. Warlord, Drop Zone, and I'm not familiar with either of these games, but if you know about them, please leave a comment down below. There's some good alternatives. Trench Crusade is not it. If you mention that one, they are actually even worse than Games Workshop if you are not aware about that. Like I said, BattleTech is completely paused as well. So we do need something that's a little bit different. But this is very encouraging news. We do have the power. The more of us that actually exercise our dollar and actually just step away from these companies, the more that we're going to be able to make a difference with what these companies do because they're scared of us. They really are. They just didn't know because we've been silent for way too long. Leave a comment down below with what you think about this. Please hit the like and subscribe button. Check out my Justified Saga of the Nano Templar in the description below. Grab this today. Grab the whole trilogy. I really appreciate you reading. We'll be back soon.